Welcome to the Shrimp House, a full-service American-style seafood restaurant. I love this place. I can dress casually and go to either their Arcadia or brand new Fontana location for some of the best seafood I have ever had. The Shrimp House offers both dine-in and takeout specials. One of my favorites is their discounted family packs to go. My kids love them. What I really like about this place is the casual environment, with dinners starting at $6.99 and kids' meals just $4.99, and that includes beverage and dessert. But they're best known for their golden fried shrimp. They're peeled and lightly breaded with their own special blend of seasonings every day right on premises. They also feature grilled shrimp, Parmesan encrusted shrimp, grilled chipotle cream shrimp, shrimp scampi, shrimp cocktails, coconut shrimp, and shrimp tacos, along with a full menu including steak, chicken, grilled fish, and more. For more information, visit their website, shrimphouse.net or shrimphousefontana.com. Welcome to Voice of the Inland Empire, your weekly adventure into the who, what, where, and why of our Southern California communities. And in our little coffee house today, we are joined by Ethan Armstrong, who is an operator, I prefer to call him a train engineer, at the Orange Empire Railway Museum. And Ethan is going to tell us about this fascinating, enormous museum that is actually saving the history of the rail lines and streetcars of Southern California. It's going to be a wonderful conversation, one you will not want to miss. So don't go away. Feel better, work better, live better in a clean environment with EnviroClean. EnviroClean is a locally owned and operated janitorial and supply company serving the Inland Empire for over 23 years. They carry a wide variety of environmentally safe and non-toxic chemicals, soaps, and cleaning supplies, along with paper products, mops, and more. They offer commercial, industrial, and residential cleaning services. Their cleaning crew is licensed and bonded, and they are trustworthy, loyal, and hardworking. They'll assign a dedicated crew and supervisor to ensure your complete satisfaction with every visit.
We also offer carpet cleaning, window cleaning, pressure washing, floor care services, and construction and clean maintenance. I'm Michelle Pallas of Sales and Marketing for EnviroClean. Please give us a call, 909-947-6611.
Ron Stark, your voice of the Inland Empire here, and I love EnviroClean. They clean for me twice a month and just made my carpets look like new. For a free quote, give them a call today at 909-947-6611 or visit their website at enviroclean.com.
Ron Stark the Voice is brought to you by KMET Radio, Smart Talk 1490, intelligent conversation and information for the Inland Empire. Your home for Andrea Tanteros, weekday mornings. Lakers and Clippers basketball, Kings hockey, Angels baseball, and of course, Ron Stark the Voice. Heard every Friday at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Your home for intelligent conversation and information for the Inland Empire, KMET. Also check out KMET1490am.com. It is that time of the show when we say hello to today's guest, and we are joined by Ethan Armstrong, who is an operator at the Orange Empire Railway Museum. And when I say operator, I mean engineer. He's driving these trains. And Ethan, we're talking steam, diesel, and electric, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, I want to learn more about the museum itself, but first, did you have to go through like any special training to learn how to drive these things? You know, like arm signals?
We have classes that we teach out at the museum that will teach you how to operate. And we don't just throw you into the pod. We will slowly let you simmer up to getting all the way to the top being an engineer. We start you very simple, just conductor work, and then get you a feel how to control crowds, and then we'll move you on to streetcars, and then move you farther up into brakemen and so forth.
That is so fun for anyone that's ever had this dream of actually being a conductor or driving one of these. But first, tell me a little bit about the history of the Orange Empire Railway Museum.
The museum was founded in about 1956 by a bunch of teenagers who were seeing that the streetcars were disappearing from LA, which was the Pacific Electric and the LA Railway. And so they started to save these cars, and they were at Traveltown. They were forced off Traveltown due to a modernization, basically a freeway.
I remember Traveltown.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the predecessor to this.
Well, not really. We just kind of had some cars over there, and then when we got moved out, we came to Paris in 1958 and started basically Orange Empire Railway Museum, and we've been there ever since and growing ever since.
And you've got, I mean, a lot. I mean, you know, most people, they think of a museum, you think of the Getty or something with a building and stuff inside.
No.
You probably don't have a lot of buildings with trains in them.
Yeah, we have.
Do you?
We have a lot of buildings with trains in them, but a lot of people come out and, well, where's the museum? Well, it's an open air museum, and you ride the equipment. We don't. It's not just a giant building with all the equipment. I mean, we have 200 pieces of equipment. It's kind of hard to put in one building.
So this has to be, and I have to admit, I've never been. This has to be a massive area. How big is the museum?
We're on about 100 acres.
Oh my goodness. I know. And then you guys laid track and you refurbish the engines and give rides and.
Oh yes, we maintain them. I'm part of the crew. I just joined. We maintain I'm part of the electric crew. We maintain the electric equipment. We have track crew. We have diesel. We have steam crew, and that is their job, is to maintain that equipment and operate that equipment.
So I'm guessing it's a history. Now, is it a history of railroading, period, or more of a history of railroading and streetcars in Southern California?
We try to preserve equipment from California, mostly Southern California. We do have a couple pieces of equipment from one from Kyoto, Japan, one from Ireland. We have a couple from San Francisco, but majority of them are from Southern California, and that's where we try to, because we have the greatest systems here, so we try to preserve those systems that we can.
You know, and isn't that funny? In those days, we had one of the best mass transit systems anywhere.
Oh, yes.
And now what we've got stinks compared to a lot of other places.
Oh, yeah. Big greatly.
So when someone goes out there, there's buildings, there's artifacts, I'm assuming, but then tell me about the rides.
We let you see the world through like the 1920s. And so...
Can I come in costume?
Oh, you may if you wish.
Yes.
So usually we try to have a streetcar running on our loop line, a mainline electric car, and a mainline passenger train. And so we will be running them on a set schedule, and your ticket will get you rides on all of them all day. And unless it's a special event weekend, then that changes depending on the event. But we usually have a streetcar that's pre-1950, pre-1940s in fact, out on our loop line, and then our main line is usually a diesel or a steam or electric, and then a passenger electric car.
So how many different lines or loops do you have there then?
We have a main line that has two platforms, and then we have about a 1.5 mile loop line, which is used for our smaller streetcars from the Los Angeles Railway.
So do you like rotate your trains off of these tracks or lines?
Well, the problem with the LA Railways, they ran a different gauge than the Pacific Electric, which was the other system, and standard gauge, which Pacific Electric was. And so they were a smaller gauge, and so they're relegated to the loop line because it's a dual gauge loop line, so they can't get off of it.
Got it.
So,
but when I'm there, I should have an opportunity to ride at least 3 different types of trains?
depending on the day, because we are a volunteer organization, we don't always get 3 out. If we have the crew to get 3 out, we will, but sometimes we do not.
Okay.
So,
and when is this open? When can people go out there?
363 days a year. We give rides every weekend.
Okay, so it's open all the time, but rides are
Strictly weekend.
strictly weekends. And I've looked online. Ticket prices are very reasonable, and you pay one price, and you can ride and stay all day as long as you want.
Depending on the event. Some events we have, it's a one ticket, one ride type situation.
Okay, and other times it's ride all day.
Most of the time.
So I'm guessing you get a lot of families with young kids out there. What a great fun thing to do with a family.
Oh, it is. It is. It's a fun day. Bring a picnic out, ride some trains, see some sights. I mean, it is a good weekend. I mean, I remember as a kid.
So you went as a young person yourself.
Not many times, I must admit. I only maybe half a dozen times, maybe.
But then what led you to eventually say, I think this might be fun for me? Because you guys are all volunteer.
Oh, yeah.
So this is on your own time. What led you to do that?
You know, you're growing up with some have a passion of cars, trains, or motorcycles. I kind of had all 3, so I was in the pit. But I never was deep into trains, but I kind of went out there and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Well, maybe I'll learn how to operate them. I mean, that's my job. I operate things, and I find it to be a fun challenge to run them.
And it's got to be so rewarding. I mean, I can't imagine seeing the glow on kids' faces when they're sitting in these trains. Because that 1.5 mile loop, how long does that take to go? That's got to be a fairly long ride.
It's about 15 minutes. We have two stops that we do speeches. We have a conductor speech that we do in the 2 stops.
Oh, nice. So how fun is that? Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to learn more about what actually people see there, talk about the website and special events. So don't go away. The best part of this conversation is yet to come.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, biohazard and hoarding expert from the TV show Hoarders and president of SteriClean Inc. If you or a loved one are overwhelmed with clutter, or when tragedies like suicide, homicide, and traumatic accidents occur, our caring and compassionate specialists are there every step of the way. Call SteriClean at 888-577-7206 or visit us on the web at stericleaninc.com. Give us a call at 888-577-7206 or visit us online.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ewan, and I do the hair and makeup for Ron Stark and his guests. I would like to make you look and feel like a star all of the time. Come meet me at Studio M Salon and Spa in Upland, and if you mention this show, you can receive a free consultation and half off a haircut. I offer the best in makeup and formal styles for weddings, proms, and all of your special occasions, including special effects makeup, hairstyling, cutting, and color, hair and eyelash extensions, facials, and body treatments. So if you want to look and feel like a star, come see me at Studio M Salon and Spa in Upland. Give me a call today for your free consultation and half off a haircut at 626-589-3475 or 909-981-6800.
We are back, and you are watching or listening to Voice of the Inland Empire, coming to you from the beautiful Claremont Center for Spiritual Living, where they are gracious and kind and allow us to produce our show. And thank you to Senior Minister Reverend Greg Dorst and all for that. Today's guest is Ethan Armstrong. He is an operator, I prefer to say an engineer, at the Orange Empire Railway Museum. And in the first half, we got a little bit of the history of the museum. But now I pull up, I drive out to Paris, I pull up. What do I see?
Well, first you parking lot, you see one of our outlying buildings, and you see our main line go by with some cars. Once you go through the main entrance, you'll walk over, or you'll cross our main line. You'll see our station, the Penacate station. Where you go in, you buy your tickets and things of that nature, unless it's a special event weekend where you buy your tickets at the front gate.
Now, is everything kind of themed? Is this kind of like a 20s, old-fashioned theme?
No, because we have equipment ranging from the 1890s all the way till the 1967. Okay. So we don't have a set time period. We do events like our Iron Horse, which is upcoming. That is a steampunk event, so that will be kind of a themed event.
Okay.
But more or less, no, we don't have any themes.
And I'm sure all of that stuff is up at the website.
Yeah, of course.
If I was particularly interested in the steam era, I could go to that event and probably really enjoy it.
Oh, yes. That'd be oerm.org.
Okay. All right. So I go into the station, I buy my tickets, and then what?
You can take a ride on one of our streetcars or one of our mainline trains, depending on if it's at that time it's running. If you choose our loop line, you'll be a loop around our back to the station, and you'll see a couple of our barns, and there'll be a couple stops about talking about what the museum and some of the history and some of our cars. We'll have some of our barns open. We can do guided tours. We'll take you to majority of our barns, but more or less we only have about 1 or 2 barns open at a time. So,
do you get a lot of schools and class trips and Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts and those kinds of outings? It sounds like that's perfect for that.
We do Boy Scout merit badges, but we'll have school field trips usually on weekdays for charters, and anybody can do a charter as long as it's a larger group. They can come out and charter. The information's on our website, of course. And other than that, usually it's only weekend that we operate.
Okay. So I come out, I get my tickets, I can do some rides, go through some of the barns. If I'm smart, I pack a picnic lunch. You've got a big grassy area with tables, and you can really make a whole day of being there.
Oh, yes.
Now, what about if I wanted to do a railway-themed party? How cool for my kids. Do you guys offer something for that?
We do in fact have what we call a party caboose, which is literally a caboose where it's in a little fenced off area with some picnic tables, and it's great for kids. And more information about that's on our website. And you just go out and spend the day with your kids, take some rides. I mean, it's all
What a fun party. Invite, all the friends, have this party in the caboose, bring your own stuff. And just enjoy the day. Now, you had mentioned something to me earlier, and I really want to talk about this. The Run One program. What is that?
Run One, basically what you do is you rent the piece of equipment for an hour. It's not everything we have that you can do it on. The list is on our website, but basically you can do a streetcar, you can do a locomotive, steam or electric or diesel. And you basically take the helm for about an hour, depending on what the setup is.
What an experience. And I'm assuming you or someone like you is there making sure that I don't run it off the track and into downtown Paris.
Oh yeah. Yeah, or you get, of course, there's an engineer with you and a brakeman, depending on what's going on. If it's a streetcar, usually there's no brakeman. And we'll pilot you through it, and we'll show you how to do everything so you don't, run off the tracks.
But what an experience to be able to say that you drove. I mean, this is a piece of history.
Oh, yeah.
So whether you're a field trip or a special group, you can charter and go out midweek. You're open every day, but rides are most weekends. Fairly low-priced opportunity to go out. What I love about it is that you guys allow people to bring their own food and make a whole day of it. There's parties there, the full museum, and the Run One program. That is just awesome. Now, if someone's hearing this and they're going, gosh, I want to do that, and they'd like to get involved as a volunteer, what does that entail?
Well, there's a majority. There's no set thing that we do. I mean, you come out and do what you like. I mean, let alone setting the place on fire kind of thing. But you can work on the equipment. You can help maintain the grounds. You can operate the equipment. You can help restore the equipment. I mean, or just help in the bookstore. I mean, there's many things that you can do at the museum. And we ask anybody that'd like to come out and help, more than welcome.
So I'm sure they could get more information on that at the website.
Of course.
But, if someone thinks, to me, I wouldn't necessarily want to run one, but I've always thought, how cool would it be to play conductor for a day? I've always wanted to say, all aboard. And I could volunteer and get trained and spend time and do that if I wanted to. And then you also, on occasions, have special events that are fundraisers and other ways that people can contribute beyond just ticket sales.
Oh, yes. Well, we have events all throughout the year. We have our Rail Fests, our Pacific Electric Weekend, our upcoming, as I said earlier, our Iron Horse, which is our steampunk event. And then we'll do a bunny train, Easter train. We do a Santa train. We also do a pumpkin train. And we do have Thomas, who comes out in November.
Oh, my kids grew up with that. Okay, we've only got about a minute left, but real quick, tell me about the Thomas event, because my kids literally most kids do.
Well, we fly him out from the island of Sodor and he pulls our train, and we have special things that go on, and special events for the kids and things of that nature.
And are the characters there, like the mayor and?
Sir Tarvum Hat, yes, he is out there. And we have Thomas. Last year we had Percy as well.
Oh, nice. And these actually are running replicas of the storybook trains.
Yeah.
So any kid that's read the books or had them read to them or played with the set, as my kids did, could go out there and see some of the characters, see at least Thomas, if not other trains. Oh, yeah. And that's usually in what month?
November.
Yeah. Oh, how fun. So lots of reasons to check out your website regularly. It sounds like you have these events, depending on the season and the time of year, special events, everything. Well, Ethan, thank you so much for educating us about railway in Southern California and for volunteering so that others can really enjoy it. I appreciate it. And I'm hoping next time we'll come out there with a camera crew and actually see you all in action.
Well, thank you.
So be sure to check it out. The website is oerm.org. and always something going on at the Orange Empire Railway Museum. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more to come. Don't go away.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, biohazard and hoarding expert from the TV show Hoarders and president of SteriClean Inc. There's huge health risks if biohazards such as blood and bodily fluids are not cleaned up and disposed of properly. When tragedies like suicide, homicide, and traumatic events occur, call SteriClean at 888-577-7206 or visit us at crimecleaners.com. Call us at 888-577-7206 or visit us online.
We are joined once again this week, as we are each week, by Reverend Greg Dorst, Senior Minister at the Claremont Center for Spiritual Living. And Reverend Greg, we hear a term bounced around a lot: judgment. And I know I have been guilty in the past and will most likely be guilty in the future of judging people in a way that is unfair, and often of even judging myself in a way that's inappropriate. But what is really judgment? Where does it come from, and what do we do about it?
Ron, we're always engaged in some sort of judgment. It's a part of our lives. We make a decision each moment of each day as to which methodology is the best, which direction is the best, which idea is the highest and best idea for us. So we're always engaged in some sort of judgment. And the truth is, Ron, that some ideas are better than others. And when people say, hey, don't judge, I don't think it's right for you to judge anybody, I think that they are on the wrong track, because we're always involved in making judgments. But the truth is, once again, some ideas are better than others. And, to give ideas that are just not very good as much time and attention as those that really are is not a very good strategy.
But I know I've been guilty of this, and others have been guilty of doing this with me, where I've judged someone by just what I've seen on the surface and said, how could they, or how should they, or why aren't they further along in their life, or whatever. But as I get to know their real story, suddenly I change from judgmental, they're my new hero.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to do that.
Right. So you know that there's a process. You know that it's kind of in your DNA to make judgments right away to determine whether or not somebody's going to hurt you, whether or not somebody poses a threat. And so you take a look at them and you think to yourself, gosh, that person is of this particular ilk, and I had either better watch out or I welcome them into my sphere. I mean, we do that naturally. But now you have some additional knowledge, Ron. The additional knowledge is that book that you're judging cannot be judged by its cover. And so You're going to be open-minded about what it is that they bring to the table, what it is they bring to the relationship, what it is they bring to the world. And as long as you have that open-mindedness, you're cool. Now, judging people is a whole lot different than judging ideas.
Right.
And so, if you're in judgment around a person, know that you have to be open-minded, but also know that criticizing people is different than judgment. So when you take a look at somebody and you go, how could you do this to me? Or how could you have done this in your life? That's criticism rather than a judgment around.
And also not always healthy.
Yeah. Oh, it's not.
Claremont Center for Spiritual Living, every Sunday morning, meditation at 10 a.m., services at 10:30. Look forward to seeing you there. Don't go away. We'll be right back. I love the Citizens Business Bank Arena. I've been there for sporting events, concerts, kids events, musical events, you name it. I've been there, and you know what? They're all great. And if you haven't been, you need to go there too. Check them out at cbbankarena.com for all of their upcoming events. And coming up through this month in March, there's still lots of games for the Ontario Fury indoor soccer team, as well as the Ontario Reign professional hockey team. And let's check the cbbankarena.com clipboard for what else is coming up. On February 25th, the Defenders are playing Westchester. Now, the LA Defenders are the Los Angeles Lakers farm club, and it's a great game, a great time. February 25th. February 27th and 28th, CIF Wrestling. And March 7th, the Defenders are back playing Texas. On March 22nd, for all of you wrestling fans, the WWE comes to the arena. And March 27th to 29th is a wonderful show, the Nuclear Cowboys. And April 9th through 12th, Marvel Universe Live, for those of you comic and Marvel fans. There's always something going on at the arena. Again, be sure to check out their website, cbbankarena.com, for a calendar of upcoming events, or call the box office at 909-244-5600.
Small business owner, are you frustrated and looking for a better way to track your finances? I can help you. I am the QuickBook Queen. I offer you peace of mind and prosperity with custom QuickBooks setup, training, and troubleshooting services by the hour at your location. We specialize in helping businesses find the quickest, easiest way to enter their data, providing accurate financial reports that guide owners to successfully grow their business. The Queen is launching her free online tutorials and webinars this summer to help more people across the country and around the world. See qbqueen.com and QuickBooksFreeTutorials.com. Call QB Queen Linda Russell at 1-877-553-4422 for your free 20-minute phone consultation. I'm here for you.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, host of the hit TV show Hoarders and president of Stericlean Inc. Did you know that 5% of the population suffers from moderate to severe hoarding behaviors? Are you or a loved one overwhelmed with clutter? Let our caring and compassionate specialists support you every step of the way, drama-free. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS for a free estimate, or visit us on the web at hoarders.com. Now serving the greater Sacramento area. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS or visit us at hoarders.com.
What a great show. I so want to thank all of our guests for joining us, and thank you for tuning in and joining us as well. Please be sure to set your DVRs so you never miss another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. And if you have a chance, check out our website, voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you'll see a complete listing of all the times and days our show can be seen and heard, as well as a full archive of current and past shows. And while you're there, drop us an email. We love to hear from you. Thoughts, ideas, suggestions, recommendations for show guests are always appreciated. Our guests have to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. Or if you prefer the old-fashioned way of contact, you can use our Voice of the Inland Empire telephone hotline by calling 909-746-8846. So this is Ron Stark saying, be kind, be careful, give back whatever and whenever you can. And until next time, goodbye for now.
Thank you.